I am so excited to talk to you today about one of the questions that I get asked the most. How exactly do you make money as a blogger? Well, today I am going to tell you exactly how I make money and the ways that I have seen be successful for others in the field as well. By way of background, my name is Jen Ruiz and I am a full-time travel blogger at Jen on a Jet Plane. I used to practice law, but I quit my job in April 2018 and have since taken a full-on headfirst dive into digital entrepreneurship. It has been a struggle. It has not been easy, but it has been so worth it and so rewarding. There is limitless potential when you work for yourself. Your salary is not capped. So I really recommend this field in particular for anybody who wants to be their own boss, who has an expertise that they want to share with the world, and you're trying to figure out the best way to do that. A blog is always going to be a better investment of your time than social media because you own a blog. And I say this as I'm making a YouTube video and succumbing to a new social media channel. But ultimately, you want to have a space on the internet that you pay for, that is your hub, your center, that can link out to all the different social media profiles, no matter which one is the hot one of the moment. So your blog is your headquarters online. It is your address on the internet. It's your home on the internet where people can find you, where they can go to learn more about you, where they can see what it is that you want to share with the world. Once you establish your blog and you establish a following, you can really start to monetize and build off of that traffic to generate continuous income streams. Let's talk about some of the ways that you can do this. First, if you're somebody who's in the US and you have a US-based audience, the easiest way to monetize and to make big bucks is to go through ad revenues. And I'm not talking about Google AdSense or anywhere else that's going to pay you, $5 or so for a year's worth of having ads on your site. If you're going to have advertisements on your website, it should be worth it to you. It should be that they're paying you a good amount of money. I would say a minimum of $500 or more a month. Until it can reach that threshold, I wouldn't necessarily jump into an ad program. But once you have 10,000 views or more a month, you can start to qualify for different ad programs. Among them, at 10,000 views, you can qualify for a program called Ezoic. After that, at 20,000 views, you can qualify for a program called Shemedia. At 50,000 views, you can join Mediavine. This is the program that I'm with. I really love them and I find them to be fantastic, so I probably will never leave them. But also at 100,000 views, you can qualify for AdThrive. So there are many different networks that you can use to monetize the traffic to your website. And how it works is that you will get an RPM, rate per every 1,000 people that visit your site. And then depending on the number of views you get that day, if you have a $50 RPM and 1,000 people visit your site, you'll make $50. If 2,000 people visit your site, you'll make $100. If 3,000 people visit your site, you'll make $150, and so on and so forth. So that is a really great way to make passive income off of content that you have already written. The only thing you have to do is make sure your content remains relevant, that you put any updates, that you make sure that the rankings don't drop. But otherwise, it's a kind of create it and then keep continuously monetizing it. It's a passive income stream to an extent, and it's definitely one of the biggest, most lucrative ones for bloggers. Another way that you can make money, and probably what most people think about when we talk about ways to make money as a blogger, is through brand sponsorships and collaborations. Many times brands will find you. They will come to your inbox. They will reach out to you because they've seen that you've established a social presence, because you have been featured in different publicity channels, whatever the case may be. You also have the option of applying to campaigns. So to do this, there are different influencer networks One of my favorites is Perlu, and I like them because they also have opportunities for you to work with a brand. For instance, I once did a consultation with a car rental company on different influencer campaign strategies for that year, and I got paid $75 to sit on the call for an hour and discuss possible campaigns. So I thought that that was interesting and worth it to have not just the payment for my time, but also to make that connection with that head of marketing at that car rental company. So there are lots of ways that you can use these platforms to your benefit and to apply for different influencer campaigns depending on who they are working with. I have shared many of these platforms before. Other options include Four, IZEA. There are a ton of influencer platforms. Just Google them and ultimately find one that really works for you. Another way that you can make money as a blogger is to have affiliate links. And this is definitely something that a lot of people focus on, but I encourage you to do it wisely. So first, you're going to want to pick affiliates that have a high percentage commission. You don't want to do all of the promotion for someone else and drive sales and traffic their way only to be getting 1% of the money generated. That's not really valuable for you, and it's not a good investment of your time. So look for high value partnerships that you can have with affiliates. And then from there, make sure that you target your content towards somebody who is at the buying stage. So a lot of travel bloggers will have articles like 10 best hotels in X city, and each hotel will have an affiliate link and a place for you to go and book it directly. This is targeted that way because ideally, the person who is coming to that post is already booked to visit that city and is looking for the best place to stay in that city. And so they're likely already at the buying stage and would be more inclined to click through straight through your link and make a purchase. You also want to be wary when you're doing affiliate links to make sure that you are looking to see in the terms of the relationship what the tracking is going to be like and what the cookies will be like and how many days after somebody clicks through your link do they have to make a purchase for you to be credited for that purchase. So affiliate links can be a smart strategy, and they are also a passive income stream in that once you set them, they will bring you money even when you're sleeping, which is really the best kind of money. But you have to make sure that you do it with a strategy and you're not just placing links in, willy-nilly, because that will not work out. Another way to make money as a blogger is to teach your expertise. And there's many different ways that you can deliver this knowledge. So you can create a course. You can sell your course on platforms like Udemy or Thinkific or Podia. And these are all passive income streams because once you create a course once, you can resell that course over and over again. The same goes for creating a book. So if you want to repurpose that same expertise that you have on your blog into a book and then have a course as an upsell from that, these are all ways that we are sharing your knowledge and making money from it. Another option is to host one-on-one consultations or webinars where you're helping a group of people at a time. Either way, what we're monetizing here is your knowledge and your ability to teach people something they don't already know or guide them through a specific process. Finally, you can sell done-for-you items and services. If you have an e-commerce platform, you can have a store that sells merchandise. You can offer digital downloads on your own blog or on Etsy. You can have the option to do something for someone. In the travel space, the first thing that comes to mind is travel planning, which a lot of people ask for. I'm wary about done-for-you services because they can be difficult to scale. So anything where it requires your actual time one-on-one with somebody, I would be careful as to how much of that you offer because it can be easy to burn out. But something like a course, something like a webinar that you can record and then offer over and over again to people who are newly finding you is a great way to be smart about repurposing your core expertise into monetizable assets online. So what are some of the ways that I monetize my blog specifically? Well, first, I am a Mediavine partner. So once I cross that threshold of views per month, I apply to be a partner with Mediavine. I get paid per day, per traffic to my site. So that is a great steady income stream for me. Because of that, I am very cognizant on my SEO rankings and on optimizing my content so that it is discoverable by more people. I also make money through ebook royalties. I have 4 books on Amazon currently. Amazon pays you every single month. I'm part of the Amazon KDP Select program for 3 of my 4 books, and I find that it is really an excellent platform for people who are self-employed, for people who want to get a message out into the world, since it allows you to print 1 book at a time, and it really handles all the finances, and you just get your check at the end of the month, a very hefty commission check that you would not get if you went with the traditional publishing route. I will have another follow-up video on self-publishing, so stay tuned for that. I do offer one-on-one consultations and webinars in my expertise of digital entrepreneurship, self-publishing, and brand building in general. I also partner with high-value affiliates like Scott's Cheap Flights, AppSumo, FlexJobs. I find that these are partners that I can promote in good conscience and that I also feel are generous about the cut that they give me of their revenues. In addition, I'm a public speaker, so I get paid to share my expertise on stage. If you're someone who goes the author route, it's a really natural, easy next step. Finally, I accept campaigns and brand collaborations and sponsorships with tourism boards and companies related to the subjects that I talk about. These are not predictable because it's going to depend on the brand and their marketing goals. However, these can be very lucrative, 4 to 5 figures. So I'm always very happy when I'm able to partner with a brand and think that as an influencer and blogger, that is something that we hope to do on a regular basis. To find these partnerships, I will note that I have had much better luck with one-on-one, face-to-face interactions than I have with cold emails to a generic marketing email address. So I would recommend that if that is a route that you want to go, that you start attending conferences, because conferences are where you can speed network and meet with the PR people for these different brands, get their business card, and then get straight into their inbox with a point of reference so that you become much more than just the hundreds of people that they have messaging them about a free stay, and you become a potential collaborator where you can have a win-win situation. Over time, as your growth expands, you should be getting paid more and more for your content. Initially, you might be tempted to take a compensated product, something for free, and that's fine. But I do encourage you as a blogger and influencer to know your worth as you start to grow and have an engaged following. Essentially, anybody working with you will be hoping to market to your audience. So you are putting together an advertisement, and you want to make sure that you are properly compensated for your worth. And there you have it. That's my quick intro on how you can make money as a blogger. I will be sharing much more valuable tips and tricks, so make sure you like and subscribe to see more.